So happy Erollisi Day, everybody. We are continuing on our exploration, etc., of Erollisi Day 2015. I have just gotten through handing out 25 roses to players. And as you can see on the right hand side, if I want to do the next level, I have to hand out 75. I also just got finished going through Castle Nectropus and collected a tomb that the priestess Annalisa Sworn Love asked me to go get. So you blessed me with your return. Tell me, were you able to find the stolen tomb? And it's like, yes, it's not what we expected. It's not a work of Elysia Mars Heart. That's a pity, but then what is it? It's a tale of a traitor within the Temple of Mar. And she's like, well, that must be a mistake. Are you sure this was the tomb you were sent to find? What about the scroll of the statue? And it's like, the scroll was the statue of Ilkoruk. It pointed me to the spirit of Christina Zaphon, treachery's high priestess. So then why did I get that vision? It came to me after Nathaniel released Erollisi's essence. And it's like, I don't know about your vision, but thank you for the goodies. So we must pray to Nathaniel, the truth bringer and Lord of light, to show us a sign. We are losing sight of love and our faith is shaken. So now I have to go back to the Chrono Mage because we basically took a trip back in time. And now I have to come back to the present. So I've spoken with the priestess, experienced the events of the past, and I assisted her while she was infected by the Lady of Insurrection. She had sent you to obtain the tomb containing the story of Ilkoruk's mortal beginnings from within Nectropus Castle. And it's like she was using Erollisi's holiday to spread knowledge of herself. Precisely, but I am not convinced that Annalisa was aware of it herself, at least not in the beginning. Certainly, though, by the time she was sending adventurers to break the cairn of the huntress, the taint of the insurrector had enveloped her completely. Interesting. So now we have to return to Priest Sworn Love in the present. And chat him up. And I might as well hand out a flower. So, gonna scroll in here. I'm glad to see you return. So he's like, did you speak to my sister? And it's like, yep. It was startling to me when I finally realized how long she must have been afflicted with it. With the insurrector's essence, it explained her distance and her increasingly odd behavior. Following the opening of the Shard of Love, I was too distracted with my own mourning over the revelation of Erollisi's sacrifice to notice it at the time. And it's like, hey, you assumed she was in mourning too. And it's like, yeah, I did. And I'm not sure that I will ever forgive myself for it, nor forgetting Messeria, my young love, involved in the struggle that resulted in her death at the hands of Ilkoruk. But I have come to accept it and can now see the immeasurable hope and love involved. See, because Messeria took on Ilkoruk in an effort to save my sister and defeat the demigoddess of treachery. She willingly gave of herself defending those that she loved. There is no higher calling for a worshipper of Erollisi. So what about your sister? What happened to her was unfortunate and it still saddens me, but these events brought about Erollisi Mars' resurrection. My sister would have willingly given herself for that. I will continue to honor her and her sacrifice as well, But that is only part of why I wanted you to speak with her once more. So, what's the other reason? I don't want anyone to underestimate Il Karuk. She is the arch traitor, the lady of insurrection. She was very effective at manipulating us, and that was while just some of her essence possessed my sister. Now she is whole. We must not let our guard down. Now I'm going to pick this one because it gives some lore. I thought Erollisi ejected her from Norath. That much is true. She forced Il Karuk back to the planes of hate, but unfortunately the act was not permanent. That is why we must not let our guard down. And that is it with regard to the major quest chain for Erollisi Day. But now we get to choose. This is when we get to choose. I know I had mentioned it in the an earlier, maybe even two earlier, but this is where you choose whether you want to take the light side or the dark side, so to speak. So here we go. I pray you have come to serve the loving huntress, accomplished adventurer. And I could choose I have not, you and your ilk are on your own, or because I'm going to do the light side, if there's any way that I can serve Erollisi, I will. So that's where we're going. The oracles of the sisterhood have sent me a message. Something is amiss within the shard of love. It's like, how can that be? Erollisi is alive. It's like, glory to the mother, she is, but that does not make her realm impervious to attack. Enter the holy realm, dispose of the tainted creatures that inhabit it, and destroy the seeds of distrust planted within the shard's vases. And it will be my pleasure. So for that, I'll get coins, and then I'll have a choice between basically what she's wearing. So the cloak of the sisterhood, which looks like that, or the cowl, which in my opinion, if you can't have both, what's the point? But that's just me. Tapestry of the sisterhood, which is nice. Or the golden vase of charity, which if I remember correctly, you can either make something that looks like this. I remember that from somewhere. It may not be an exact duplicate of something you can make, or your carpenter can make. Last time I did this, I actually chose the tapestry of the sisterhood. I'll figure out what I'm gonna get if I complete, when I complete it. So I will complete it, but that will be for another video. We have done about 6 of these, so I'm gonna stop it here. There are also a couple more to be done as far as quests go that are independent. You already saw me pick up one in Thundering Steeps. There's another in Lava Storm, which is kind of cute, and then there's another one in Thurgadin. Although you may not pick it up in Thurgadin, you may pick it up somewhere else. But so those are the new ones. This is the old one that you can do every year. So the next stop is the Shard of Love, and we will definitely be doing that in a later video. So please stay tuned for that. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, tell a friend, and we will be seeing you shortly, continuing on with our journey, look into, etc., etc., of Erollisi Day. Thanks for watching.